Hello there, YouTube. How the hell are you? My name is Vac, and we're here to play. My name is Vac, and we're here to play some Marvel Strike Force. We're not here to talk, I guess. So, thank you and welcome to Mortytown TV. Come on in. It's not my best day. I've been a little sick. I'm a little under the weather. Had to go down and get a COVID test this morning, but my stomach seems to have settled into a decent place right now. So. Actually got some solid food in me earlier, some roast beef. I'm feeling better. Oh, hopefully that was just nerves. So anyway, we're a little early today, earlier than normal for sure. And the main thing that we're going to be doing for this first portion of the stream is catching up a little bit, at least, on the Red Star Blitz, which I have been horribly negligent on because of real life factors. So we're going to try to bang out as many points as we can in this last half hour and go from there. Now, we still need to do Dark Dimension 3. I usually get that done in the morning, but I didn't have time this morning. I was teleconferencing with people, with nurses, and driving down to get my brain scrubbed. So it wasn't that bad, but still, it was way up in there. All right, so let's see now. We're going to try to roll through the better part of a rotation here. And get as many of these free attacks in as we can that we think might win. But if it looks like a loser, we're going to bail quickly and move on. But so far, so good. Thankfully, no res. All right, let's get the pumpkin bombs going on. Big damage ability, very nice. All right, we can. Oh, I really thought that would finish off Hulk, and Mysterio does an unimpressive amount of damage. And I can see him quite possibly being the person we replace on this team on the blessed day that Doc Ock releases, which I hope I will be ready for. I'm trying. That was a big part of the whole X23 Blitz extravaganza, which I see I still have in the title. My apologies. I'm half-assing it today. We're obviously not blitzing for X23 today. I should have changed that back to its normal title. We'll get it fixed on the next stream. I'm really not on point this early in the week. Not this week, at least. I would normally be at work right now, rushing home to do this stream fairly soon, but not this week. No, they won't let me back in until I get a negative test on COVID. So let's see here. These guys can probably punch up on especially that much, on a defender's team. So here we go. So we're just trying to earn as many points as we can toward red stars before this blitz ends. Just to get as many free red star orbs as we can. You know, guaranteed they're all going to be dupes. But the more elites I can get, the better. Because that's the only place I get anything anymore. Although I have not yet pulled a Squirrel Girl, so that wouldn't be bad. I don't have her yet, but it would be nice to go ahead and get some red stars on her, because I'm sure I will have her. I don't usually find a lot of difficulty farming up the characters that have event releases like hers. And so I'm fairly certain I'm going to get her to a decent star level by the end of that first event. Always takes a minute to wear down loot, but we'll get there. All right, so now we're getting up into the big points. We know we're not going to be able to ride it for long, but we're going to do what we can. So when we get to the top of the hour and this Red Star Blitz is over, I'm not sure who's next. I don't think it's chances are it won't be anybody I need. But in either case, we'll at least take a break from blitzing and we'll go do Dark Dimension 3 and knock out any raids I need to do, and just you know, keep things rolling. Do what we got to do for the Mortys. The Mortys, by the way, being my teammates. If you're new here, I run the Mortytown cluster, which we're only 2 alliances so far. The first alliance is the Mortytown Locos, is one that I started with some real life friends and family a couple years ago, close to the beginning of the game. And we've grown slowly and we've had a lot of turnover, but we've now managed to collect a really good collection of 24 good Mortys who really kick a lot of butt. And we've had some additional interest in joining, thanks to the stream. So, in no small part, at least, to the stream. So what we've done is we've expanded out to become a cluster, and now we have a new alliance that we're leveling up now. Where anybody that wants to be a loco one day, we'll put them in there, and we're kind of using it like a minor league farm team, right? It's a place where we're going to develop good young talent, people who will one day be able to move up to the main alliance as people retire. Because that's just the nature of gaming. People burn out, they move on. These things happen. So it's best to be prepared for it, we figure. Also, it'd be fun to have more, just have more people involved with Mortytown. So we've got a cluster Discord that we've put together. Link in the description below. And you don't have to be a Morty to be there. You know, if you're just a viewer of the channel and you'd like to come hang out with us, or maybe ask me a question, show off your roster, take a look at mine, whatever it is you'd like to do, we've probably got a place for it there, all with cool Rick and Morty themes. So we hope you see you there. So moving right along, let's see what we can. Oh, see Night Nurse, fight Night Nurse. We're just gonna see how many points we can get by the top of the hour. Now to 27 minutes, but I think we'll be all right. I mean, I don't think we're gonna score exceptionally high, but we'll do what we can do. If my stomach will cooperate. Oh, it's always Night Nurse. That's worthless. Josh, I don't feel great. I've got a pretty upset stomach. But I don't feel terribly bad, like I'm not deathly ill. But yeah, had to go down and get my brain swabbed this morning, get tested for COVID-19, and I'm like I said, just a little fluttery in the tummy. I really kind of thought I was going to throw up there at the conclusion of the stream last night, but most of it ended up coming out of the other end. Which is not pretty. Sorry for that illusion, but yeah, that's what happened. And that's been happening all day. Well, man, I certainly got stuff to do, right? I've been trying to piecemeal play a little bit here and there today, but I spent a lot of the morning talking with healthcare professionals on Zoom and setting everything up. What's up, Phantom? Welcome back to the stream, bud. So yeah, I mean, then I had to drive downtown and go through the drive-through line and, you know, get my brain swabbed, which didn't hurt, but it was very uncomfortable. And then, you know, a lot of the day informing friends and family of my situation. Many of you heard it first. So yeah, just been a busy day. I haven't been able to do as much as I wanted. But I haven't certainly wanted to sit down here and do one stream today because I want to have a good play session today. I just haven't been able to do that. And, you know, I got Dark Dimension 3 to get through, man. Like, hell, I can't be slacking off because of a little COVID. I mean, shit, we got stuff to do. Mr. Harris, welcome back to the stream, sir. Nice to see you, Adrian. All right, so who looks good? These guys do. So right now we're just trying to finish off strong on the Red Star Blitz because I have not done much on it. So we're trying to get a few points scored here in this last half hour or so. And then we're going to move on to Dark Dimension 3 and raids and whatever else comes up. Paul, what's up, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you, Morty. I almost hope that the next Blitz is not somebody I want. I haven't had time to look it up. I mean, maybe it's X-23 again, but I think that comes later, right? So I'm pretty sure it's going to be some character I've probably already got maxed, and that'll work out fine for me. Bye-bye, Spider-Man. Oh, quit dodging everything. Damn it, Peter. He's so annoying. We're on a time limit here, Peter. Time's a factor, Lois. Oh, well, I don't need Toad, so that's perfect. I would rather it be Blob. I need Blob. Toad, I finished off right about the time they put him in the store. Which, you know, first whale problems. You know, well, it is what it is. All right, we can roll through this a little faster if we just put her on autoplay. This is the longest part of taking down any pseudo defenders team, is wearing down Luke at the end. Okay, there we go. Keeping it rolling. Yeah, I've only scored a little over 2 million. I have not done really much of anything to speak of on this Blitz today. I'm slacking. Beautiful. Love these symbiotes. All right, we're going to hang on to that special. Let's put a defense down over there. Yeah, no kidding, right? It used to be, I remember when I started playing this game, dude, like if you were playing Arena, it all came down to, could you kill their crossbones before he went off and keep yours alive long enough to explode yours? And that was the whole game, man. That was everything. It was all about, like the very first meta team in Arena was Captain America, Black Widow, Crossbones, Yondu, and then who was the fifth usually? Quake. Quake has found her way back into the meta. Most of the rest of those guys, not so much. Yep. Which is cool with me because I love Quake. Yeah, she's very good on Inhumans. It's like a second layer of offense downs that get put. You know, it's like a when as soon as the first ones go down, she puts them, reapplies them, and oh, Crystal is definitely the glue that holds Inhumans together. Absolutely. I mean, she's the healing. They wouldn't work without her. Between Crystal and her healing and Yo-Yo and her damage mitigation is what makes that whole team work. And then it's just like they don't have to stall for very long because it's only a matter of time before, you know, everybody's AEs plus Black Bolt's passive just chews everybody up, you know. It's rare anybody lives more than 3 turns against that squad. Belly flop. Didn't clear the taunt. That's good. Little flaming lion. Do you have your own gravitational effect? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Refresh my memory, Busta. You're one of my Mortys, right? You're Oliver. Is that right? I'm trying to. I know all the names. I'm trying to remember which names match to which Mortys. I'd have to go look through my DM log to figure it out. Yep. Okay, I had that one right. Good. I'll keep it. I'll try to keep it remembered. I promise. There's a lot of stuff floating around in my empty noggin these days. Well, you're doing a great job, Oliver. You're kicking my ass in World Warrior, and that's what I like to see out of Mortys. That is what I like to see. That's the kind of thing that puts you on a promotion list. Okay, let's go ahead and Winds of Watumumum these people because they're not going to be taunting us anytime. No Coulson. Still, we'll go with the Captain Marvel on defenders. It's a weird. I'm like, okay. 15 minutes left. We may have to skip to the end. Our best bet may be to skip straight to Black Order and just use them enough times to, because we'll just. That may be what we do right after this. Just use nothing but Black Order for maximum pointage. Oh, what did I do? I hit the wrong button. I needed to taunt. That's not going to do it. It's close. All right, I boned this one up. Let's just go right to the end. Let's get the big boys out. Let's go for the maximum points. And pull out the 550, because this is the way Blitz works. The stronger your team, the stronger your opponents. The stronger your opponents, the more points you score. So this will be interesting. We're going to take them up against an Inhumans team. Let's see how they do. I've never actually done this. A big punch up against an Inhumans team also. So this, this may go horribly, horribly wrong. We'll find out. But this may be the first time. I mean, this is what I consider to be the second best team in the game, really. So it'll be interesting to see how the first and the second best team stack up. So as much as we want to get Yo-Yo out of there because she's negating a lot of our damage, these guys are not going to, we're going to flip all of these defense ups to defense downs to try to get up on these guys as quick as we can. And I know that we want to, those retaliations on Crystal are going to be nice because we want to kill Crystal as quick as we can because she's their healer. Yo-Yo also and Black Bolt as well, right? But I feel like we can do the best if we knock Crystal out as fast as possible. If we're going to kill anybody early, which it doesn't look like we are. However, stunning her may help. And then a little health drain, top everybody off. And then we can kill her with this excellent... Oh, no, we did not. Okay, well, this will kill her. It's the first time in a while that Thanos passive let me down. All right, let's kill Yo-Yo and get our damage back to where it should be. Hey, what's up, Mike? I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking at the chat for a minute there. Yeah, man, I'm still feeling a little rough. My stomach is kind of doing knots and whirls. I told them it was just diarrhea, right? But they said, well, that's a symptom of COVID. So I guess, right? Like I'm not having any trouble breathing or anything like that. As far as I know, the guy I would have caught it from, Andy Sparks, he's not having any symptoms yet either. I could easily chalk up my stomach to just nerves. That's happened to me in the past, and I'm kind of a little stressed right now. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping for a negative result, I mean, I had my mask on the whole time I was around the guy, and it was only about an hour and a half. But we were bent down over a floor drain, working a snake into it. And so, our heads were a foot apart, and we were breathing heavy because we're exerting ourselves. And so I don't know, man. I don't really necessarily like my odds because it's probably about 50-50. All I can hope for is if I do have it, that the fact we were both wearing masks has cut down the dosage enough that I won't get too sick. That's the hope. So let's flip all these defense ups to defense downs because we need to get Minerva out of here. We're going to defense up our guys. Did you see that? We just one-shotted Vision. That 7 Red Star Corvus can be brutal to a character that's not really prepared to take that damage. Drain a little health. And then we really need to get Minerva out of there before she starts rezzing people. And then we can wear her out. No, we don't even have to wear him out. We just kill him. Not the toughest Groot I've ever seen. Not the toughest. All right, so we might be able to push 3 million here. We're gonna be pushing 3 million. So that's something at least. All right, so I'm just taking the toughest team. It's like a pseudo power armor team. I have spent a good bit of the afternoon sleeping. I'm still a little stinging in the old nasal cavity, but it's better than not getting that done. Didn't really hurt when she was doing it, like a little pressure, kind of like when you get a shot. Started to sting a little afterwards. Not too bad. I've been hurt worse during sex. Oh, me. I am tired. That was inappropriate. My apologies. Yeah, sorry, Mike. You don't need to know my kinks. I'll just shut up. Oh, so hello if you're just joining us. My name is Vac. Welcome to Mortytown TV. We're here playing some Marvel Strike Force. And we got a lot to get into today. Well, we got some to get into today, but the first thing we're doing right now for this opening portion of the stream is I'm horribly behind on the Red Star Blitz, so we're trying to catch up on that just as much as we can. So we're throwing some cores at our strongest team because that's our biggest point earner, and we're just trying to kick out as much as we can by the time this thing ends at the top of the hour. What's up, Nate Dogg? Good to see you, man. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you here, Morty. All right, more basics. Pretty much kills their Minerva. That basic does so much damage, hits 3 people, and applies some pretty vicious bleeds. Like, it's a very nice move. Empowered Thanos is probably my favorite character in the game right now. And also, who doesn't love snapping people, right? Like, that's the best thing ever. That's awesome. Best kill animation in the game, IMO. Hmm. $6.15 it is. Might have a little trouble with this, but we'll just flip all the blinds. Which is really what I love about Empowered Thanos. No character should have that much tankiness, that much damage, and have good control abilities on top of that. It's not even fair. It's not even fair. All right, let's start off over here. He's going to, of course, yank us and blind us, only landing on a couple people. That is indeed on Proxima, so we'll just burn it. All right, so yeah, I'll just live with the taunt when it happens. I think I want to try to. I want Corvus to be able to use his abilities. So we'll flip those. That didn't hurt too bad. No pyro. That's an interesting trade-off. All right, so this is what I want to do. You see we just one-shotted Magneto. All right. So they got 2 tanks over here we can play with, but let's go ahead, and this clone is going to probably be more annoying and easier to kill. So we're going to go right at him. Plus he's in a spot where we can do damage to DPS with the AE, which is what we want. This will probably kill, yep, there we go. Throw some offense downs around, but let's keep wearing off their big guy, because no cloning my call. There we go. And then there ain't no tank in the game that can withstand those power couple. Which, you know, that's decent damage, but it really ain't jack against this team. We got time for 1, maybe 2 more if we're quick. So maybe 3.5 million. It's not going to be a great score. But we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Such a good basic. 2 basics, 2 dead on a massive punch up. So good. 3 dead, really, if you count those bleeds killing Iron Fist. I don't know what to tell you, people. Get yourself a 7 red star Thanos. It's worth it. I didn't pull a 7 red star Thanos. I pulled a 6 red star Thanos, and I bought the 7th with the upgrade tokens that I've earned since. Totally worth. And I look forward to buying more red stars on that team just as soon. Maybe we can squeeze one more in. Just as soon as I can finish Dark Dimension 3 again. I think I might have enough upgrades to get them all to 6 red stars. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what that puts them to, how close to 600k that makes them. It's a great team, and I'm all for leaning into a team that I'm using this heavily in so many game modes, because I'm using them everywhere. One-shot Iron Man. Corvus, too good. Too good. I saw somebody on Facebook yesterday. It was like, Corvus is really not doing much on Black Order. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, not my Corvus. Of course, always having high red stars makes a DPS character better. But anyway, so we'll call it at that. 3.5 million. That's the best we're going to be able to do for this red star blitz. We do have a little bit of rating to do, but not a whole lot. And there's still time left on both. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got on this? Yeah. But for the sake of you viewers, those of you that came here to see specific things, I'm sure most of you did not come here to see rating. So let's go do Dark Dimension. Who's blowing me up? Hang on. My apologies, folks. My apologies. I got a lot of coworkers with a lot of questions, and I don't blame them. Basically, the company's not doing much to help us out, and we're doing our own contact tracing, essentially. And what really worries me is there's a lot of us that were not contacted during the contact tracing that the company is doing, and what really alarms me is a lot of us have had to go in and then volunteer to them, like, hey, I was exposed to this person who's now tested positive, because they didn't know. And I don't blame the person who I was exposed to, because like when you just got the news that you've got a positive test on COVID and he's got a wife that very possibly could die from this, she's on a lung transplant list, it's hard to remember who the hell you've been around for the last 2 weeks. And what really concerns me is that I myself and several others have gone in and volunteered that we were exposed, but there are many others in that place that will not volunteer that they were exposed. Because to them it's not a big deal, it's just a cold, it's all a hoax. And they're going to keep working until they get a fever. And God only knows how many of them are going to spread it that much further in the plant. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't even want to go in there. Really don't. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's come back to that. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to go to a pre-selected team. So we got a lot of 14s to play with. So let's get things started. Tom, or Mr. Hawk, well, I appreciate you saying that, sir. I hope that is the case for most people. I'm not the end-all be-all of knowledge on this game, I don't think. But let me see here. Let's go with Black Bolt, Phoenix. But I feel like I have something to teach, and I appreciate that. I've been trying to put videos out. I'm not the greatest on making short-form videos, but the questions I've been getting the most, I've been trying to address them. All right, so let's get Colossus in there to help out Phoenix. Ooh, not in that position, though. Let's put, let's go with Kingpin. Then Colossus. And then let's finish things off with Ultron to flood the field. I'm pretty new at this YouTube thing. I've been playing this game hot and heavy for, 2 solid years plus, but I'm new to being a YouTuber. I'm just doing it part-time, right? I got a 25-year career that I work at least 40 hours a week at. So I've been enjoying it. It's been a fun hobby for me that I decided to. People have been nudging me that way for a long time, but when I got all the time on my hands from my plant shutting down due to COVID. There she goes. And that's really all we're looking to do is we're looking to get off as many of these Phoenix abilities as we can. And also this will be helpful. That's a lot of nice damage right there. That too. We're getting this down to a manageable level. We might even finish off this node today. We probably should go after Lieutenant. He's the healer. Almost. We almost got our ultimate off. Now, normally, if you're playing alone and you're not on a stream, the thing to do there is to back out and retry it. But I'm trying not to have that much dead time on my stream. I don't really want to go back and redo things over and over while y'all are watching. So we're just gonna suck that up, right? We're gonna put 4 new characters in here with Phoenix, and we'll heal up Phoenix, right? So let's take Mr. Sinister in there. Let's take Captain Marvel in there. We'll put Yo-Yo out here on the end to be our protector. And Symbiote Spider-Man, right? Or you know what? Actually, we could probably get some good damage out of Ghost Rider. Let's do that. So then we'll heal Phoenix and try this one more time. And we're just trying to soften this thing up enough that we can hopefully finish it up with Black Order when we're done, and then move right on to the next one. Although Black Order won't be able to go into that one. Maybe I should finish this with Black Order now that I'm thinking about it. Too late now. But we'll see what we got. We'll still have some, we got some city characters we could use as well. All right. Still probably should go after the one and only pseudo healer on the field. He's in the middle of a nice grouping that we can bleed up. So there we go. Okay, that killed Phoenix but kept everybody else alive. That's perfect. Not much to do there with him. That worked well. That didn't. But we'll live with it. It's not a big deal. Let's use our best single target and try to wear a little more off of this beefy Kingpin. And then these guys will go down hard. Now that I'm thinking about it though, yeah, let's come in here and try to finish what's left of this with our Black Order team, which of course is Cosmic. And that way, when we finish this one, I think we're moving on to into Global, right? So we won't be able to use that team there, or a lot of these characters, in fact. So let's go ahead. We will get an Elite 5, so I'm pretty excited about that. But let's go ahead and start using our Cosmic team now. I'm hoping to really do well on the cosmic lane with these guys. And global, we'll just have to do the good old-fashioned way, right? We'll mostly get it done with Phoenix, I imagine. All right. I wish they'd go ahead and drop the rest of these characters down initially. It kind of sucks when they do it like that. All right. Let's put the power couple on the big guy. Get him down a little more to have health. One less Magneto to worry about. Now, these are the final 5 characters. All right, they're going to focus Proxima, it looks like. But she's still alive for this sweet basic. Nothing really to flip, so we're going to keep throwing this nice basic ability of Thanos' into the mix. We don't want Hawkeye blinding people. I was wondering when he was going to get around to that. We'll just top off some health and try to save Proxima there. Good damage with Corvus. Continue to just kick a bunch of butt with his rainbow basic. We'll buff everybody up. Looks like we're probably going to be able to finish off this 4 with very few problems. Oh, is the Nick Fury event going right now? I might need to look into that with Baxos. I have a, if you're new here, I got a free-to-play account that I play 4 million total collection power. As my second account, I'm using it to run the second alliance right now in our cluster. And he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Well, we're not going to be able to use these guys again today, so let's just use their best stuff and try to get through this node. Nothing to flip. Very good, very good. So we're just wrapping up the 4th node of Dark Dimension 3, if you're just joining us. My name is Vac. Obviously, we're playing some Marvel Strike Force. And this is Mortytown TV. So just come on in, chill out, make yourself at home, get swifty.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
So there we go. One more down. That's a nice Elite 5. We'll definitely take that. Looking forward to opening that. Maybe we'll get a Squirrel Girl out of there. Maybe. So let's see here. Who do we have for global? Who would count here? All right. How many characters would I have to... Let's see now. I could go with Nick Fury. And that would just be a couple of 100 cores. We can live with that. Not the best team, but this will start it off. Get a dent made in it. And then we'll get back on it tomorrow. Because there's certainly nothing to rush for in Dark Dimension 3. Don't get me wrong. I very much want the rewards. That's what they do with Dark Dimension. What they do with Dark Dimension is they stick a really big, nice carrot at the end of a really long, boring road. And then they get you, they try to tempt you to spend cores to speed things up. That's basically the crux of it. So I love it when they start us off with like 8 characters on the field here, and we're outnumbered right off the bat and outgunned. It makes things difficult. See if we can't clear his taunt. There's a lot of characters here we're going to want to clear. A lot of priority targets. Looks like the bleeds are going to handle Phoenix. He took my Colossus. All right, there goes Phoenix. This is probably the most damage we're going to get in this attack right here. But if we're lucky, she'll live long enough to use her ultimate. And I've been saving, if he can live long enough to get around to him, I've been saving his taunt for just that. It doesn't look like they're going to live, though. It's just too much DPS coming out here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, happy day. Happy day. So this basically makes it a successful attack. If you can get defense downs on everybody with their special and then get the ultimate off, that's a successful attack. That's about the best you can hope for. And if you're playing this alone and off stream, then, you know, if you don't get that, back out and try again, right? Take your time with it. That's the way to go. That's your best progress you're going to make on a daily basis. That's a nice little chunk of about 2.5 million or 2.2 million that we took off of that node. And of course, it's going to get progressively harder as we go here, but that's a quarter of the way through Dark Dimension 3 on our second run. And I'll take it. I'll take it. So a Fury event just began. So now Young Avengers are in the red stars. Sticky situation. So you were indeed correct, sir. It is a... And there's a hot streak event. All right, I'll have to check those offers later. Figure out which ones are good and which ones are trash. You know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I don't want to steal somebody's tagline, but that's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, so we're not worried about doing that right now. We'll absolutely milestone it for sure, but let's go open that Elite 5 we just picked up. We got very few creds toward an Elite 6. But here we go. Here we go. Oh, Gold Star. Gold Star. Oh my God, that's an upgrade. I'll take it. That's that makes my my Inhumans that much stronger. That's not the Inhuman I would have picked, but I'll take that. I'll take that. It's a little extra on my total collection power. It's going to be from 73 to 78, another 5K. We'll take it. Every little bit helps. We're at like 10.6, and I'm just looking to keep climbing. It's always in the mid to high 80s here. I've been as low as 82, I think, but that's as low as I've been so far. Yeah, that's where I am, right in between the Witch and Poopy. So Karnak is really not the best of the Inhumans. In fact, he's the most replaceable of the Inhumans. But I don't really would prefer not to replace any of them. There's no other place that he would fit in, right? And he does fill a role on that team. It's not like his it's not like the slows and the disrupted that he can put on people is not useful. It is, you know, more so against some teams than others. But it's certainly not a bad thing. All right, so I keep looking at that, but there's nothing for me to open there. So we need to start up our raid. We got 2 hours left on this U7, and we're at 60%. But you see this guy right here? This guy right here, Reds 900. I can't let that guy win. That guy's a jerk. So I'm gonna push a few nodes and just beat him. Just to beat him. Just so he doesn't get that #1 reward. He's also in the chat here, so I'm just trolling. But we will blow 1 or 2 nodes out just to push it a little bit. I am perfectly fine with Reds taking home the gold on this one. He really needs this stuff more than me, right? I want him to catch up. But I do have a reputation to maintain, so I'm not going to full clear my node today, which is unusual for me. I usually do. So we'll just knock out a few more just to be comprehensive. And this team is generally so good, they can auto-play U7 nodes. And they really just need like maybe a little minor curation of who they're targeting at best. Most of the time, you can walk away from the computer and they'll do fine. Or put your phone in your pocket, or whatever device you're playing on. That was a good upgrade. Not a great upgrade, but it was a good upgrade, and it gets us a little closer to an Elite 6, which is always nice. And I even have a few credits toward an Elite 7, which will be sweet the day I get to open it. Right, I've been playing 2 years and I have not yet opened an Elite 7, and I buy almost every Red Star offer that comes around. So it will be sweet to get that guaranteed 7 one day. I'm sure it will be a character that I don't care about, right? It will be a bad character almost certainly. It's gonna be Mercenary Soldier or something like that, or Ravager Stitcher, right? Like that's just the way these things work. But even that is progress, because then the next time you pull it, you're getting credits. If you pull a dupe, you're getting credits toward the next thing. So dupes aren't so bad as they used to be. It's just a long, slow grind to get anything useful once you get up into the upper stages of the game. Didn't lose a single hit point. All right, nothing we can do here. We got to go right at Drax because he's a needy biatch. And we're just going to, we got him cleared now. Try to get these DPS out of here. So that'll be good for, that's another little bump to my Inhumans, which was already a really fantastic team for me. But I think my next big project, now that I've basically got enough characters to get myself through Dark Dimension, I think my next big project is to start Gear Tier 14 characters that I need to get their teams to 400k overall. And what I want basically is from the top end of my Blitz rotation to the bottom, I want them all to be 400k plus. When I get them all to 400, I'll probably go back through again and get them all to 450, just so it's easier for me to score those massive Blitz scores when I need to, which of course is new character releases, which come out way too often. Let's just be honest. More Inhuman than Inhuman, absolutely. More Inhuman than Inhuman. That's my Morty smocking right there. More Inhuman than Inhuman. For you kids out there that didn't catch that reference, the horror director Rob Zombie used to make music back in the day, and it's like a whole thing. And if you're really young, you probably have no idea who I'm talking about, and that's okay. All right, that's good enough. We'll save the rest of that. Gets me. We'll let them boys take the top 5. I am not looking to scoop up all the laurels here, and I don't. You know, they need that stuff more than me. Okay, so farther down the Cree lane in the Greek raid, I just take my basic run-of-the-mill B+ Cree team, and I throw Minerva and Captain Marvel on it, and it becomes a really good team. And we can roll right on through. They do shockingly well. Now, what's probably going to happen is, we're going to break up Brawlers one day for Young Avengers. And I'll probably move Captain Marvel to Young Avengers to fill in that 5th spot. But eventually, she's going to have to go somewhere else when they add in another Young Avenger. So it's either that or I'll move her to this team and put Spider-Man in there. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I might leave Spider-Man with the symbiotes. So if I eventually, though, one day I can see that Captain Marvel is probably going to make her way home to this Kree team, which is okay, and I'll probably do this, right? I will probably move Minerva over at the same time when that happens, and just kind of let the Guardians work on their own. They're better with her, but everybody's better with Minerva. And then I'll just sort of let, I hate to do it, but I'll just let the Guardians of the Galaxy sort of fall off into a B tier, B- team that's not that useful anymore. Certainly won't be an 8-3 Blitz team anymore. I finished up Arena today at number 1. We can take a look and see if anybody has knocked me off of that high horse, right? A lot of times, people, they don't get at you in the last minute, and they come at it late, and they're like, crap, and then they just sort of hit you out of spite, or just because they want to get their, more likely just because they want to get their daily attacks in. And I'm cool with that, because then I can get my daily attacks clawing my way back up. A lot of times I get hung at the top all day, and while being at number 1 satisfies your daily requirement of 2 attacks, for World Warrior, this is why so many Mortys whoop my butt at World Warrior, because I usually don't, in fact, get 5 attacks in Arena. I would basically have to throw a crap team on defense and lose down on purpose to do that, and those cores are just too valuable to me to take a chance on that. I like World Warrior, but we typically get to the end of that thing anyway. I don't necessarily need to be the guy at the top, right? So for me, it's a way that's how I judge how my Mortys are doing. Anybody who is ahead of me on that World Warrior list, well, that's somebody playing a lot. That's somebody I need to keep an eye on, right? That's an up and comer. Or in the case of Nate, that's a guy who's been there all along. But those are the people that I'm looking to get involved. Those are the people that I'm looking to upgrade and promote to officer. You want the guys that play a lot, right? The guys that are dedicated. I'll have to check out that gold offer you're talking about, Joshua. I don't necessarily need gold, but I don't necessarily don't either. There's characters that I could be leveling that I'm just kind of not right now. All right, let's start off with the old Brotherhood 2.0. Fantastic team. Fantastic team. Does a lot of good work for me. Really solid in Blitz 8-3. Great team in war. Takes out strong Coulson Shield teams all day long. Oh, that's right. They're going to rock these guys. Let's just let her roll. Nice tight grouping. I like it. Look at that. Better than half his life with a belly bump. He gave us a taste of our own medicine, but we'll be fine. Wasted that belly flop. I didn't get up there to that button quick enough, but we're fine. We're fine. This is fine. We're going to go ahead and disrupt Riot Guard. Just going to basic these guys out from here and save our stuffs. We could probably get one more out of these guys. We could easily switch over to our Merc team as well, which is pretty solid with that guy right there. Or that guy over there. There we go. That's hard for me. Like I said, I'm a newbie at being a YouTuber. I'm still learning how to do all that. A couple months in, I'm getting steadily better, I'd like to think. But that threw me off. It's like looking in a mirror, man. All right, so let's see now. Let's go right into this nice little grouping over here. Just clear that field. No worries at all. Hopefully we can get rid of our boy Magneto over here. There we go. So that's probably an easy win from there. We'll let him roll. Finish this thing up. I'm going to stand up a little bit. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Whew. Okay, so that's all the damage we're going to do on this Gamma Raid for the moment. I have not checked the store since 8 o'clock. So we'll take the Judas bullets. We'll take the Chi. Definitely take the lattices. We got a lot of mystic characters we want to raise. And since I have some money to burn, we'll just, what the hell, we never have enough of these. We got a lot of characters we want to take to gear tier 14. All right. Got all that. We're good there. Probably just save those for now. We are buying blobs. Trying to get Blob finished off. He's one of the few store characters that I have not yet completed, but of course he's new, right? I've been hoping to get him more out of orbs lately, but I just haven't been seeing him. So let's definitely pick up these alpha flights. Probably could use those ballistic weaves as well. We're going to get into some characters that we're getting into here soon. And we'll save the rest there. And then who do we have in the upgrade store? Human Torch might be a good candidate. Still got a couple of guys I can upgrade to 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Johnny. Fantastic Four is one of those teams that I'm trying to push over 400K. That might actually do it. You know, it's not as good as Phantom's Johnny. You know, he's got a 7 red star. I ain't got all that, but that's another 7K or even 8K on my total collection power. So I'm just slowly but surely working my way up to 10.7 million, and you know, maybe another spot on that top 100 leaderboard. We got some T4s to spend, but not like a. I'll have to figure out where I want all that to go. I'm just going to require a little bit of homework and pouring through here. So we need just a few more shards on Domino. Our X-Force is getting whipped into shape now. I haven't actually showed this off since we finished the Blitz. There's not really much to show off, but we did get X-23. We didn't get a star on her, but we very nearly got her to 6 stars. She was at 5 already, but was just barely at 5. So if I can just snag one more good offer or maybe some orbs, I can get her to 6 or 7. And then after that, like everybody else is at 6, so I can at least get them all to 6 and try to get myself a 6-star Doc Ock, if that's what indeed is going to be the unlock for them. And if not, then it just gives me a better X-Force, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got Negasonic at 6, you got Domino at 6 red, and of course most of us have Deadpool and Cable finished out by now. So that's an up-and-coming team for me. I'm really looking forward to using them more in war in the future. The next war for the Locos will be tomorrow morning. And we'll be here bright and early doing that. If I don't feel bad, then, if I feel like I'm feeling right now, then I may not be eating a lot, but I will be here playing. I did get a little solid food in me earlier this evening and staying down, so that's just probably a good sign. Let's see, and then I'm just basically hanging out at home here waiting on my test results, so there'll definitely be some time to grind out some Marvel Strike Force tomorrow. Speaking of which, since we've got about everything else done, we'll check Arena next. And if that's still in good shape, if I'm still sitting on top of the hill there, or at least in second, I prefer to sit in second place. Oh, did we open up another Elite? Looks like we opened up another Elite. We did. We opened up an Elite 4. All right. Hopefully a good pull here. Cross your fingers, Mortys. Man, oh, we got a 4. Hey, there we go. That's not a dupe. I don't have her yet. So there we go. Now when I get her open, I've got a decent foundation for Squirrel Girl, and that's what I'm looking for. That was a nice pull. We'll definitely take that. All right, so moving on. Let's check that arena. Still top of the heap, It's a 555K Black Order team, and a lot of people just don't even bother hitting the attack button on it. But there are definitely 5 or 6 guys in my arena shard that can take me down with some effort. A lot of them, it's more of an offensive game right now, so a lot of them can take me down in one hit, especially the ones that have a big Black Order team themselves. So they'll be coming to get me at some point here. So that pretty much just leaves we could do some more blitzing. Let's see if how our timer looks on that. Yeah, we're good. So let's start working through these early. We just want to milestone and chill on this one, but we might as well go ahead and start grabbing these milestones now. The stream's only been going for an hour. I'm kind of tired, but I don't want to end it this early. So we'll just, all these are going to be easy, so we're just going to take the toughest one, the highest power one, which will be the highest scoring one. And we'll go from there. So, who watched Henry Cavill build a PC, a gaming PC? I thought that was pretty cool. I know he's not a Marvel guy, he's a DC guy, I get it. But I'm a Witcher fan as well, so just being a gamer. So I thought it was pretty cool to watch. He seems like a really cool dude. It almost makes me want to watch DC films, which I've never watched any of them. Almost. Maybe if I am going to be stuck inside sick for the next 2 weeks, I might endeavor to do that. Because I am a Henry Cavill fan, particularly since I really started watching The Witcher. And I always knew he was a gamer, right? I always liked big stars that are gamers as well. It's the reason I've always liked Joe Manganiello. I've always, especially if you're a D&D guy, like that will endear you to my heart quickly. I've always liked Vin Diesel for the same reason, right? Guys that are like big buff bros but are secretly like Dungeons and Dragons nerds, man, those dudes are awesome. I like that. There's something really cool about that to me. That's my jam. So anyway, Yeah, moving right along then. So yeah, I liked watching Henry Cavill build his gaming PC. It was pretty funny to hear. I heard the story where when he got the call that he was going to be Superman, he didn't take the call because he was in the middle of a dungeon in World of Warcraft. And I'm like, that's my kind of nerd right there. Like, I like that. That's pretty awesome. I also thought, I have a better gaming PC than Henry Cavill. I can't have more money. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. He was using top-notch parts, very similar to what I'm using in most areas. But I had a better motherboard. I don't know. Not that that really matters as much for gaming, you know. So he probably was just. I only ordered that motherboard there. I got the Godlike, and I really only got it because the rest were out of stock, and it was the middle of the shutdown, right? And I just wanted to give me some parts in here and let me put a computer together. And so there were a few parts that I stepped up a notch rather than step down because the level that I wanted was not in stock. It was fun. That was my first build. And I did end up having a few things wrong with it. Right, I just had a couple of power cables swapped, and I couldn't figure out where I was going wrong on that. And to complicate matters, the graphics card that I ordered through the mail was not a good graphics card. Josh, we'll see you, buddy. Thanks for coming by. So yeah, I had to, at first I thought it was something I did, but it turned out to be, just be faulty hardware. But anyway, Joshua, appreciate having you here, sir. I'm sure we'll see you again. And don't worry, I'm not too far behind you. Might need to sit back down in a minute. Ugh. Stand up, everything starts running through me. But I would like to get through these initial tiers of the Blitz. And even if we don't get all the milestones in this run, which if we do a full rotation, we will. In fact, it doesn't take a full rotation for me to get all the milestones. Generally, it just takes a partial. But what we'll do is we'll do no repeats, which is going to make all this a little easier and more auto-playable. And I'm cool with that right now. The less active thought I have to put into things, the better. At the moment, I'm a little drained. I had my brain swabbed today. Kind of felt like it was up behind my eyeball. It was not pleasant. It wasn't hurt. It wasn't painful. It stung a little after when she pulled it out, but not too bad. Not too bad. I was blowing my nose a lot there for an hour or so. Definitely worth the hassle to either just know one way or the other. Basically, am I sick or am I not sick? Can I go back to work? Can I be around my elderly mother? She's got some stuff that needs done on her house. I'd like to go over there and spend some time with her, get some of that home cooking, and do a little work for her. There we go. We're just past the hand, and we're already about 8 milestones in. They can run through all this pretty well. All right, let's see now. Yeah, why not? That's not bad, actually. I think I'm just in Red Star promotions and stuff like that today alone. I think I'm up 20K on my TCP, which is not insignificant. I mean, it seems kind of small when you're working in the millions, but it's not terrible. Not terrible for a day's progress. So progress is pretty slow at these ranges of the game that I'm at. Of course, I do have a lot of gear I could be putting on characters right now, so I could jack my TCP higher, but I'm just trying to be a little... I don't know, I'm trying to be as effective as I can in where I put that stuff, and so I'm not in a big hurry to rush into decisions. But now that I'm at the point where I've probably got enough characters for DD3, I could probably start slapping it around a little bit. Mr. Cabrera, it's been a hell of a day, to be honest. I'm still dealing with the same problems from yesterday. My stomach is rolling on me, and I've had, upset stomach. I've spent a lot of the day in the bathroom. But most of this morning I spent talking to healthcare professionals and going down and getting tested for COVID-19. And now I'm just in limbo till I hear back, which is going to give me a lot of time to play Marvel Strike Force. Although I'm really kind of nearing the end of stuff to do tonight. We have done Dark Dimension 3 here just recently. We've done my raids. We've done we went as hard as we could on the Red Star Blitz. And now I'm just trying to milestone this Toad Blitz, because I've got him at 7 red stars. And I might wrap it up after that. But yeah, I thank you, sir. I hope I get good results as well. I don't know if I like my odds. The man I caught it from, if I have, is a dear friend of mine. How did I do with X23? I ended up scoring 46 million, 45 million, something like that. And I got 155th place, right? I was in the top 200, but I didn't make the top 100. And I got 85 shards, which is, I've got her almost to 6 stars. I probably could open a few orbs and get her to 6. So if I can get that done, and I will wail out a little bit on that, then hopefully I can get the, even if Doc Ock is a 6-star unlock, I'll be ready to go. Hopefully he won't. I really don't like when they do that, but they have been teasing that he's going to be more whale centered. So it makes sense. None of those, since 3 of the 5 X-Force characters are not farmable, and it's a very real possibility that it is X-Force and it's a 6-star unlock. It's a very real possibility. I only scored, what was it? 3 million, 3.5 million, something like that in the Red Scar Blitz. So I haven't got the email yet, or I might have, and I just haven't checked yet. So I didn't do real good on that. Like I say, I was tied up half the day today getting that test and calling my families, and I've been doing a lot of calling back and forth with coworkers, because we're basically doing our own contact tracing on this. Nice. So yeah, I'm not getting as many Red Star orbs this week as I normally do, especially because I didn't buy the offers either. So yeah, not the greatest week for me, but I did just pull a 4 Red Star Squirrel Girl and a 6 Red Star Karnak, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I can't complain about my week in Red Stars. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now that I got 4 red stars on Squirrel Girl, I'm back to the position where I have all the characters at 4 red stars or better. So your typical red star orb is basically just always dupes for me. It's very rarely anything else. Even if I'm lucky enough to pull a 5 or a 6, there's still a pretty good chance it's a dupe. So mostly I just keep working on going up those elites to the next one. I look forward to the day, maybe within the next 6 to 8 months, I might be able to open up an Elite 7, and I'm going to make a whole video on that if I do. That ought to be cool. That ought to be cool. It's not every day you get to open an Elite 7. I've opened 2 Elite 6s thus far, and only one of them was a dupe. Let's see here, 360, 369, yeah, 369 it is. Okay. Probably not a bad idea to save your orbs, particularly if you've already pulled pretty decent red stars on most of the young Avengers at this point, then you probably are better off saving them for Beast or Emma Frost, whichever one tickles your fancy more. Both of them look like they're going to be pretty decent characters. Emma Frost might be really good, or certainly at least do a lot to help the Marauder team get a lot better. Right. There's nothing wrong. I do think that there's a very real possibility that when it all shakes out and it's all said and done, while they're both, pretty decent kits, I do think that in the end, Emma's probably going to be more desirable. All right. Had to refresh the stream. Okay. It was just, I was looking really blurry there, but I think it was just my connection. All right. So anyway, keeping it moving. We might have all the rewards now. No, we still got a few more to get. We need to get all the way to the end here. Pick up all of these. I don't need these shards, but we'll take them for Ultima shards, Yeah, in fact, that's the 6-star that I pulled on Karnak I got from an Elite 5 that I got for clearing a Dark Dimension 3 node earlier in the stream. I'm the same way, man. My X-Men are good, right? And I don't really have too bad of a problem with Phoenix not dying and stuff like that. And I certainly don't have a problem with 3-starring campaign nodes and stuff. I'm finished with all of them. There's no, I might pick them up down the road one day when they start adding in new campaign nodes and new challenges. Then maybe he might become valuable to me. But right now, Beast does not look very valuable to me at all. All right, so now we're at the ones that are going to start costing us, but we got plenty to spend. So, most of my focus is still on Black Order, which, I'm done with them in a large way. The only thing I can do to improve them now is red stars. So I'm eagerly awaiting finishing my second run of Dark Dimension 3 so that I can put all those gold upgrade tokens into that team. And I'm really hoping that my people in the Locos get on the ball on donating, because if everybody donates their 10K, then we get gold upgrade promotion tokens, and it looks like we got a person or two that is not clued into that, and they're making me very unhappy. We are a casual alliance, but shitty play is not going to be tolerated for long. It's just not fair to everybody else. I don't see me booting anybody over it anymore, but I do see demotions to the Morty Juniors coming for some people if they don't really shape the hell up. I'm not asking anybody to whale out terribly. I'm just asking you to spend 10,000 gold a day. Log in and participate. That's all the hell I want. We've never been that hard-ass guild. Oh, thank you for Christopher. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, 155. It was not my best showing ever, but it is my second best showing ever. I don't usually blitz that hard, but it was good to get it. I really wanted that X23, right? That's that much less that I got to whale out on her, and so I'm happy about that. Because I'm getting that Doc Ock, damn it. I'm getting that Doc Ock. That's happening, one way or the other. So, Nick, what do you say, bud? Okay. So yeah, all of that, those last 3 days, that was not really, it was not really so much about X23 as it was about Doc Ock. But they're both good. I want them. I want them all. I want all the tunes. I'm that kind of whale. I I want them all. Top 10 in Blitz. Nice. But still, man. Red Star Orbs, man. Who doesn't want more Red Star Orbs? Shit. I wished I'd gone that hard. I just, I didn't have time. If I hadn't been exposed to a positive case of COVID, I might have been able to compete with you, but Yep. I got some guys that are pretty big slackers sometimes. And I get really mad when I see them on Discord playing other games. Like, I don't mind you play other games, but it's like if you're gonna slack on ours while you play other games, that kind of ticks me off. He's back. It started to rain. Welcome back, Joshua. We're just rolling through. I want to get to at least the end of this rotation before I shut down the stream. I'm not going to keep it rolling all night tonight. It's in the event that I am sick, it would be best if I get plenty of sleep to try to boost my immune system. And I'm certainly feeling sick at my stomach, so there's that. Well, congratulations, Nick. Magneto's definitely worth getting. All right. I'm just there's going to be a few people that are going to find themselves booted and have an invite to the second alliance because they can not donate all they want there. You know, I'll live with it. Yeah, that's basically a problem. Is you get guys that join up and they get on Discord like every couple of days. But yeah, man, like everybody's working hard. Everybody wants those gold promotion credits, and when you slag off like that, you're making you got 23 other people that are counting on you to carry some fucking weight, and I'm losing patience with some Mortys. I have not had to boot or demote anybody in a long time. And I don't really want to do it at all. But I owe it to the other 22 guys to make sure that everybody out there is doing their part. Well, it's like I have to tell these Mortys sometimes. There's a billion jillion different Mortys in the multiverse, Morty. There's a bunch of them out there. We'll just get more. It's not like I want to spend my whole afternoon finding a new Morty, but I could do it.
And that's the way the news goes.
You like that, Tom? I got a whole soundboard here full of them. So yeah, I got some people that I'm probably going to be having another talk with. I'm not going to call their names out on the stream because,
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
And I agree with Bird Person on that. David, welcome back to the stream, Mr. Brunk. It's good to see you. We're in the middle of yeah, we're an hour and a half into the stream, probably getting toward the end. But we're still glad to have you here. Right now we're rolling through getting our milestones on this new Toad Blitz. I recently maxed Toad out, so that's just, first whale problems. So I don't really need the Blitz. It would have been nice if it came a little earlier. Would have been even nicer if it had been a Blob Blitz. That would have been sweet. But we're getting these milestones regardless because, hey, man, I used to have no interest at all in getting Ultimate Shards. But now, I'm working toward at least a little extra gear. It's not totally worthless. It's not something I want to spend a whole lot of my time on, but it's not worthless anymore. So there's that. And I like it when they do that because that's the thing is being one of the whales in the game, being in that top 100, is you start getting to points where content literally does nothing for you anymore. There's a lot of orbs you just stop opening because they don't give you anything, and there's just a lot of that kind of stuff going on. So it's nice when they fix that, right? I stopped buying Red Star orbs at one point because there was literally nothing I was getting out of them, right? So, when you get back then, dupes didn't give you anything. So then when they redid them and they made the Elite Star store, the Elite Red Star orbs, that really changed my mind on things and I started buying them again. And then, of course, they've redone them since and put the 2 outside pillars so that they're even better. So most of the time I buy the Red Star orb offers. I have not bought the last one and I don't know that I will. Just a little too much turbulence in my life right now. And I'm just not that kind of super whale. Plus, I want to do deck. My deck out back is terrible. That's another thing entirely. Has nothing to do with this game or this stream. So, yeah, It's one of the things about being your own whale and not the people's whale is you sometimes have to adjust your budget here and there. And there's not always room for Marvel Strike Force in it. I mean, there's room. Don't get me wrong. I'm buying cores and I'm buying energy every day. That's never going to stop. I'm always going to be buying that energy. I'm all about that energy. But, to me, that's the most cost-effective way to raise my roster. But still was nice if if I had the money, I'll throw $100 here and there into the Red Star orbs. Now I'm just chilling. I might for Emma. For Emma Frost, I might. Because I want that 5th on Marauders, And I want a good one. Definitely want a good one. And that'll free up my Ultron to go somewhere else. Beast, not excited about Beast. I'm not wailing out on Beast at all. But Emma Frost, she might be worth it. Pretty sure they put her at God tier over at Casino's stream yesterday. Beast is going to be really good if you still have challenges to beat and things like that. But I've got all the challenges beat. I've got all the campaign nodes open. So I don't necessarily know that Beast is going to be a very useful tune for me. And my X-Men, as they work now, is one of the best teams in the game. They don't need a lot of improvement. So Beast is a character that I will certainly pick up over time, but I don't plan to put a penny into. If I can just get him together and have him ready to plug in by the time that they add new campaign nodes or new challenge levels, then that'll be useful to me. But until that happens, I don't think I really need him that badly. Belly flop. There we go. And Emma does absolutely look like a good character, and looks like she's going to be a good fit for that 5th Marauder. And she's actually going to do a lot to help out all those characters, but I think Strife in particular. So anyway, whew. If you're new here, If you'd like to join us off camera and chat with the Mortys, ask me any questions, take a look at my roster, show me pictures of yours, you can join our cluster Discord, which is open to all viewers, Mortys and non-Mortys alike. And there's a link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link there as well. No pressure on that. The biggest amount of support that I would really like from you guys is a like and a subscribe, if you could help me out. I'm not really like in a rush to monetize this channel, but the bigger we get, the more eyeballs that we get, and the more well-known we get in the community, the better this is all going to be for me, and I'd appreciate it. This whole endeavor started as much as a way to recruit as anything for the Mortytown cluster, and it's worked out well in that regard. We picked up some really good recruits that have tuned into us here. Some of you in the channel now, and I'm very thankful for that. But I do want to continue to grow. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow this beard because I cut it for, you know, wearing masks and stuff, and they're both going to be fantastic. I promise you that. All right, there we go. Nobody looks cooler in the after battle than Ghost Rider. Okay, I think that was the last milestone. That was. But we'll just go ahead and finish out the rotation, just to be comprehensive. Nine teams left. And that should get us somewhere around the 2-hour mark, which is probably going to be good. Getting tired. I think I'm ready to sit back down. All right. All right. Just readjust real quick here. Hello there. All right. Looking good, YouTube. Looking good. So off we go. All right. Let's try to get Captain Marvel out of here first. A little cough in my lungs, a little tickle. It's been kind of worrying me, but I don't want to get too alarmist just yet. There we go. Nice. I was hoping for that assist. Beautiful. Little big stick action. Big stick. And there we go. Easy peasy. These are largely, at this point, 8-3 teams, so they're certainly not going to get held up by, you know, tier 5 of the Blitz. Not going to happen. Let's go in here and fight this Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, me. Definitely got to get this taunt going. Can't have them doing all that damage to Scientist Supreme. It's the one thing that will cause this team to fold and fall apart. Let's pass some slows around. Rocket's going to be some of the best DPS they have left here, so let's take care of that. A lot of slows on Gamora. Maybe we could finish her off before she gets in action. And we can. And so now there's nobody left for Mantis to heal but Groot. That's just not helpful. I see a lot of people use this team as kind of a sustained defensive team, you know, where they put a researcher in here and they got a lot of healing and, you know, and they're banking on all those reses coming from Scientist Supreme. I find that this team works best when it's an offensive team and you're really not counting on using those reses at all. It's good to have them there. Don't get me wrong. If somebody goes down, it's nice for Scientist Supreme to get them right back. But your best bet is if nobody dies. You just go out there and you just kick some ass. That's your best bet, just like any other team. All right, Fantastic Four. I just recently did a little push on these guys to get them above gear or above 400K. It's kind of my project right now, as I'm trying to get all of my 8-3 blitz teams to 400K or better to really up my scores and help me keep myself in that, you know, top 200-300 range when I really want to push. Because in the end, of course, it's all about collection power. Stronger teams equals stronger opponents equals more points. Let's get Deadpool. Nice assist, Johnny. Well, it's a progress, my friend. It's progress. There was a time not that long ago when I didn't have any team in the 400K range. It's just you make that daily incremental progress, and then the next thing you know, a couple years has gone by, and you're 10 million total collection power. And to me, it's just always been about making sure that I spend, you know, a nice, efficient amount of energy every day. And that, of course, comes with a lot of character shards, comes with a lot of XP, comes with a lot of gold, and a lot of gear. So it's just, like I say, this game is all about planning and incremental progress. Like, very rarely do you go running off making massive amounts of progress in this game. It's really just about just that little chunk every day. So yeah, I want to get these guys up above 400K. You know, a lot of my better teams are above 400K, but I really want to get them all up there for maximum pointage. I'm not going to be able to get them all into Black Order range, right? Like, my Black Order is 550 right now. And I don't see me putting that much investment into any of them, particularly when it comes to T4s. But yeah, 400K would be a nice baseline for me at this point in time. I can remember when I was going through and just trying to get everybody to gear tier 11, right? I remember when that was my project. So, you know, things change over time. Oh, you'll love them. I mean, I know you probably got a lot of them now, but Black Bolt, man. You start getting Black Bolt 6-7 stars and really start cranking out the damage with him, and he's such an impressive character. And then Phoenix, of course, is just Phoenix. It's just really your X-Men take off when they have a Phoenix on the squad. And she's, of course, a very strong arena character all the way through the end of the meta. You know, she's pretty much been negated in that top 10 to 20 range. If if people are using full Black Orders there, then she doesn't really have a place anymore in arena. But if you're still climbing in arena, she's a fantastic character that will help you get there. And a big part of my arena strategy on my way up was to bring my Phoenix in and my Sinister and then clone their Phoenix, because 2 Phoenixes are better than 1 Phoenix. And that worked out really well for me. I utilized Falcon a lot. He's kind of an overlooked arena character that can do a lot of good work for you. And of course, Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, once I got them going, were just dominant. I call Corvus and Proxima the power couple, but the original power couple was Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. You could pair them up on an arena team. That way, when yo-yo basics, it's always, if Black Bolt is the only other Inhuman on the team, then he'll always assist her. He does great damage. He drops buffs, you know, so he can clear taunts. And it just gives you a lot of it had a lot of good synergy, and it worked really great in arena for me. So let's barrier up. We'll just have to settle for ability blocking Drax, which is fairly immaterial in this fight. Of course, we're going to boost our speed bars. Hang on to our big hitter. We'll just knock a little more off Drax. And then we'll buff up and start the wombo, which starts with defense downs on everybody. Finishes up usually right about there with rat-a-tat. That doesn't look too bad, even though it's a big punch up. All good. There we go. Next up, we can save ourselves a lot of damage by going ahead and getting rid of Quake. And now, you know, 3 tanks is just not that scary. Not for a team with this much sustain. Kind of what Shield is known for, right? They're not really a burst DPS team. They got better in that regard when they got Coulson, but they're still not what you'd call top 5 in that regard. So it's mostly just about laying down consistent, steady damage while you just are hard to kill. Tom, I'd say the best team to get Star-Lord with is probably going to be Groot, Rocket, Mantis, I'm searching for names now, Drax, and if you have a high Gamora, that'd work, but also a high Yondu would work as well. So just whatever you got that is going to be your quickest to star up and get him open. And then once you get Star-Lord open, you want to ditch the Drax, definitely ditch the Yondu or Gamora. You want to pick up Minerva and Thanos, and then that is a team that will get Ultron open for you. Typically called the BKT team or a Guardian Nerva team. And that is the team that I used to open up, to beat Dark Dimension 2 on both of my accounts. So 4 different times. Although I did find that I had more, once I got a Gear Tier 13 Nick Fury, I had a little more success with him over Rocket. You give up damage, but Rocket doesn't live long enough in there to do a lot of damage. He's great otherwise, don't get me wrong. You want to have him and raise him. But when it comes to the damage in Dark Dimension, nobody's better than Minerva. Minerva is kind of the key to Dark Dimension and Ultron in particular, because like the opponents in Dark Dimension are seriously buffed, right? They do a lot of damage. They have massive hit point pools, and that's the most important thing here. So while most people do a baseline number of damage, and then when they go into Dark Dimension, because the enemies have so many hit points, their damage becomes less effective. Minerva, with her ultimate, just does 10% of whatever the opponent's health is. So her damage becomes more effective against those massive health pools. So she does this massive amount of damage to everybody, and that means she drains a massive amount of health. So every time she uses that, your whole team gets healed to full. Just blink like that, right? So then the trick becomes take her in there, keep her alive, feed her energy. So I put Star-Lord on one side of her, feeding her energy, and I put Thanos on the other side of her, feeding her energy, and I try to get off her ultimate as many times as possible. And she'll out-damage all your DPS characters. You know, like outside, you know, like when you're just doing regular stuff, like raids and arena and stuff like that, there's no way Minerva would ever out-damage Rocket. But she will kick his ass in Dark Dimension. Just because she's doing all of that health damage, that 10% flat, you know, health damage. It's very useful, very useful. All right, so we just use this team. Let's move on to X-Men. All right. So I really consider Minerva to be the key to Ultron, and that pseudo Guardian team really is the best to build around her, and Star-Lord is critical to it because of the energy generation. You just want to feed her, you want to love Minerva, you want to protect Minerva, you want to feed Minerva. And she will get you an Ultron. And an Ultron opens the whole game up for you, man. Everything gets easier when you get Ultron. You know, when you get to the end game, he's not as impactful as he was early on, but he's still great, still good. I use him in U7, right? Like, he's still a great character. All right, that didn't last long. That's why I'm not dying for a beast, because this is a good team as it stands. Hell, to be honest, bringing the Cyclops onto the team kind of stole Phoenix's thunder, right? Like, she barely ever even gets to finish it off with her ultimate anymore. But of course, this is my flagship team, right? My 550k Black Order. This is the best team in the game right now, hands down. And we'll take apart this beefy Gear Tier 15 Fantastic Four to illustrate. So we'll just start laying in on that left side, but we definitely want to get the offense down on Thing, and especially onto Namor right now, because we don't want him to sit down, Johnny. Nobody wants you here, because we don't want Namor to have his full damage when he does this, right? And now he's going to draw so many counterattacks onto himself that, well, not so many this time, but still, he's going to have to deal with that. And then let's stun the Thing, because he's really the better DPS now at this point. Drain a little health. And this should finish it off. Platow. It's too bad we didn't, those guys didn't live long enough for me to snap them. That would have been nice. That would have been very nice. So that puts us at 1.5 million. I'm not really trying to score high on this one. Like I said, I don't care about getting that many shards on Toad, because we got him maxed. And there's our 9 o'clock energy. A couple of Blitz orbs out of that work. All right. Ditch this energy somewhere useful real quick. Trying not to spend too much on refreshing nodes right now. Trying to be efficient with my cores as much as possible. And we've got a pretty good baseline of T4 gear in most areas right now, thanks to finishing Dark Dimension 1. So you see, we got 2 days left. We only got 3 left to do. Like, we're doing well on the World Warrior milestones. I got no problems there. I need people to donate a little more regularly, and I'll deal with that off camera and privately. So I guess that's going to conclude it for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming to Mortytown TV. I am starting to feel like I need to spend some time in the privy, and it might be a good bit of time. My stomach has not been doing so great lately, so not to share too much with you. probably shouldn't do that, but still, that'll conclude Mortytown TV for the evening. Thank you so much for coming. If you're watching this later and on YouTube's and you got all the way to the end, you're awesome. You're my favorite person. So thanks a lot to all of my viewers, Mr. Hawk, Mr. Brunk, Mr. Vo. Appreciate you guys being here. To all the Mortys that are riding along while you're blitzing on Toad, you guys keep it up. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. So good night, everybody. If all goes well, I'll be back in the morning for another AM stream, and I look forward to seeing you then. So until I see you, you guys be cool. Keep gaming. I'm Vac, and I'm out of here.